PA.QUOTES. I would rather betray the world than have the world betray me. If it is for the good of the country, I would risk my life and death, and not avoid it because of good or bad fortune. Cao Wei, invincible in the world. Since ancient times, nobody can escape death. Let my unyielding spirit illuminate history. Soldiers are masters of deception. I only wish to survive in these troubled times. I do not seek to be famous among the lords. When the wind and waves are strong, there will be a time to break through and sail on the clouds to cross the sea. All great things in the world must be divided for a long time and reunited after a long time. White hair 3,000 feet long. Worrying is like a long journey. Without the right tools, you cannot make a perfect circle. 8 or 9 out of 10 people are not satisfied with their lives. The world situation is always changing. What is divided for a long time will eventually come together, and what is together for a long time will eventually split. Without the Yellow Turban Rebellion, there would be no conflicts in the Three Kingdoms period. The army has no fixed tactics, and water has no fixed shape. Cultivate oneself in quietness and frugality to nourish virtue. Only with detachment can one achieve great things, and only with tranquility can one go far. Noble men often forget things, while petty men often hold grudges. Life is like a flash of lightning. It's gone in the blink of an eye. There are no eternal friends or enemies, only eternal interests. When people's hearts are united, even Mount Tai can be moved. If one wants to accuse someone, there is always a way to do it. Understanding the world is knowledge. Mastering human emotions is writing. The rise and fall of the world is the responsibility of every individual. To govern people, first govern their hearts. To execute people, first execute their intentions. The wise know others, the enlightened know themselves. The strong defeat others, the stronger defeat themselves. If you don't think 3 times before acting, you will surely lose something. If you always walk by the river, your shoes will eventually get wet. The noble understand righteousness, while the petty understand profit. Countless sails pass by the sunken ship, and spring comes to the sick tree in front of the woods. Diligent people will not be let down by heaven. If you endure hardships and take risks, even the 3,000 you soldiers can conquer Wu. If life is not satisfactory, just spend your days fishing and boating. Handle public affairs publicly, and private affairs privately. Don't forget the past, it is the teacher of the future. There is no fixed strategy for dealing with situations. Sometimes you have to retreat and seek second best. Those who win people prosper, and those who lose people perish. Fearful in the face of a situation, defeated without even fighting. Human hearts are difficult to fathom, and the affairs of the world are difficult to predict. Haste makes waste. If people do not act for their own interests, they will be condemned by heaven and earth. Those who follow the right path will have many helpers, while those who stray from it will have few. Do your best in human affairs, and leave the rest to fate. Planning is up to people, but success is up to heaven. The affairs of the world are like a game of chess. If you make one wrong move, you will lose everything. Where there's a will, there is a way. When people are not satisfied, they will be like a snake trying to swallow an elephant. I am not afraid of godlike opponents. I am only afraid of pig-like teammates. Many hands make light work. The 3 armies can take a general, but they cannot take away a man's ambition. Reading 10,000 books is not as good as writing one. Water can carry a boat, but it can also overturn it. To speak the truth, one must use the right words. Money can make ghosts grind. When a scholar is away for 3 days, welcome him with a new outlook. The great things in the world are not difficult to establish oneself, but difficult to achieve success. Do not avoid doing good because it's small, and do not do evil because it's small. Since ancient times, no one has been able to avoid death, but leaving behind a righteous heart will shine through history. If you don't speak up, you'll miss out on your life. If you speak up, you might ruin a situation. If you know yourself and your enemy, you will not be defeated in 100 battles. One will reap what one sows. Love me, love my dog. 2 people can meet even though they are thousands of miles apart. But 2 people can also be opposite each other and not know each other because they are not fated to meet. Without far-sightedness, there will be immediate worries. Facts speak louder than words. Time and tide wait for no man. The heart is willing, but the flesh is weak. Misfortunes never come singly. Since ancient times, intelligence and talent have come from diligence and hard work. When one person gains enlightenment, even the chickens and dogs will ascend to heaven. One is never too old to learn. First bitter, then sweet. Many mouths make light work, but too much criticism can be harmful. No discord, no concord. Fullness leads to loss, while humility brings benefit. A fall into a ditch makes you wiser. Reading is useful, but its use is varied. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Hearing and correcting one's mistakes brings joy. Great wisdom appears foolish. Failure is the mother of success. Good deeds do not go beyond the doorstep, while evil deeds spread far and wide. Distant water cannot quench present thirst. People fear fame like pigs fear getting fat. Since it has already happened, accept it. Think thrice before you act. The truth will prevail. One will reap what one sows. Dripping water wears away a stone. In life, one should always be grateful. Do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself. The predecessors plant the trees, and the successors enjoy the shade. A fall into a pit, a gain in your wit. If you don't do anything, you won't die. Those who understand the times are wise. Contentment brings happiness. Where there's a will, there's a way. Talking about military strategy on paper. Since ancient times, death is unavoidable, but leaving behind a righteous heart will shine through history. What you seek is not obtained, what you don't seek is obtained. Learning without thinking leads to confusion. Thinking without learning leads to danger.